There's something you need to understand, and it's incredible how many people simply refuse to understand because they can't put the facts together. Let's begin with the speed of light. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second. That's about 500 million miles per hour. 500 million miles per hour. 500, 600 million miles per hour. The closest star to our planet, other than the sun, is 4 light years away. That means traveling at the speed of light would take 4 years to reach the closest solar system to our own. Now, it is not possible for matter, for anything physical, material, to travel at the speed of light. Light is pure energy. It is not even possible for any matter to travel anywhere near the speed of light. And it takes light 4 years to reach the nearest solar system. Now, if you were to build a rocket ship to go to the nearest solar system 4 light years away, what's the fastest ship that we could possibly build? What's the fastest speed any human-made spaceship could travel? Light travels at 186,000 miles per second. Do you believe that we can create a spaceship that travels at 186,000 miles an hour? Maybe. Maybe we could create some kind of an unmanned ship that could travel at 186,000 miles an hour. But do you know how much slower that is than the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per second? Well, there are 3,600 seconds in an hour. So if you could build a spaceship that would travel at 186,000 miles per hour, it would take 3,600 years to travel 1 light year. Are you with me? To travel the distance that light travels in 1 year at the speed of 186,000 miles per hour, constant speed, never stopping, never slowing down, would take 3,600 years. The closest solar system to our own is 4 light years away. 4 times 3,600 is about 14,000 years. 14,000 years. So if you could build a spaceship that would travel at a constant, never slowing speed of 186,000 miles per hour, it would take you 14,400 years to reach the closest solar system. 14,000. Think about how long 14,000 years is in the history of the human species. In other words, if you could have built a spaceship 14,000 years ago and put somebody on it and sent it off at the speed of 186,000 miles per hour, it would just now be reaching the closest solar system to our own. And I don't think we can actually build a spaceship that would go at that speed. Maybe 20,000 miles an hour. Maybe. 20,000 miles an hour would take about 100,000 years to reach the nearest solar system. And meanwhile, of course, in your Star Trek fantasies, you're thinking, well, we will just be cryogenically frozen, and then the timer will be set that when we arrive, then we will be unfrozen from our little frozen capsules. Yeah, it's not going to happen. If you've ever had frostbite, you will know that the idea of freezing a human being and then defrosting them and having them come back to life is just not realistic. It's fantasy. Once you've frozen your flesh, it dies. Anybody that's ever had frostbite can confirm what I'm saying. It kills your living tissues. So the point of all this is that although it's quite probable, it's almost undeniable that in the trillions and trillions of galaxies and trillions upon trillions of stars and planets in this universe, that there must be life on many other planets. That's true. But the idea that any of that life could ever reach us, or any more than we could reach them, is just pure fantasy. Which is the good news, because if we came in contact with life from other planets, we would destroy them as much as we destroy each other on this planet. So once again, to reach the nearest solar system to our own, even if there were life on those planets around Alpha Centauri, would take us 100,000 years or 1,000,000 years. Possibly take 1,000,000 years to travel that distance. And there's just no way we could man a ship that would arrive. That people could actually be transported and arrive alive, or have generations and generations living on that ship and reproducing on that ship, so that 100,000 years later, when the ship arrives, there are human beings of some sort to get off the ship and meet the people from the other planet. And that's why there are no UFOs visiting our planet, unless they came from within our own solar system, which is extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely that even any of the moons around Jupiter or any of the other planets could support life as we know it. It's just too fucking cold. So get past your Star Trek. Enjoy your Star Trek. It's wonderful. It's science fiction, but don't ever forget, it's science fiction. It's not fact. You're never going to travel at warp speed. You're never going to travel anywhere near the speed of light. You're never going to be cruising around meeting Klingons and Ferengi and Vulcans. It's not going to happen, and they haven't come here. There are no fucking UFOs circling around the planet Earth, abducting people and doing obscene probes on their private parts. Anybody who says so is whacked.